Yes, it's here today. Thank you for the love, brother. Okay. Now, we know that the government conduct many public consultations. They do many briefings on a lot of issues which are of lesser significance compared to the white paper. The point is this: they know how to do public consultations. It's not rocket science. And if Singaporeans were initially concerned about the white paper, the manner in which it was rushed through without consultation made that feeling of concern change into anger. So my question is this: was it not important to listen and consider the thoughts, the fears, the aspirations of Singaporeans if we are in fact at the core? Now, we all know there's a Singapore conversation, okay? Okay, let's put aside the skepticism for one second. Putting aside the skepticism, the point is this: it would have been easy for the government to leverage on the Singapore conversation if in fact it had wanted to listen to the voices of Singaporeans. It's not hard. Again, there was a ready platform. Why didn't it do that? But what did we see, fellow Singaporeans? We see a paper that was rushed through Parliament, and after it was passed, the motion was passed on the paper. So, after the motion was passed, what was the byproduct? After the motion was passed, it was only then that there was a realization that, wait a minute, we forgot to do one thing. Thank you, brother. We should have consulted Singaporeans and keep the debate going. To me, that is putting the cart before the horse. And I quote, "Because issues like a low fertility rate and a rapidly aging population is a complex problem with many issues in the mix: demographics, the structure of the economy, immigration policy, and even questions what it means to be a Singaporean, it isn't possible for ordinary Singaporeans, like you and I, to absorb and fully understand all the arguments and implications." Do we accept this? Ladies and gentlemen, this smacks of elitism. I don't think you and I are incapable of deciding the future that we want.
At peace with itself, even if sometimes we disagree with our government and disagree with our neighbors. And we have arrived in these last 20 years as a society able to look after itself, able to articulate the deepest wishes for our children and their children. But even as we stepped into that new world, even as we settled into a better life, far away from the privations and punishments that brought us from our native lands, we are suddenly faced with a government which tells us that what we have fought for, what we have worked for, is not enough. And that we have become lazy and complacent. And that we are forgetful of the hard times. Now, it seems to me bizarre that they should not know that it is precisely to forget the hard times that we have built this country that we have built. Time and wholeheartedly, let us oppose the government's population policy